If you want to take out your highlighter, you can highlight this is on the top of page 688, the fundamental accounting principle. And this is how they write it out in words, which in words I think is quite confusing to start off with. If there are n1 objects in one set and n2 objects in a second set, then the number of ways of choosing one object from each set is n1 times n2. This is the idea of, for every decision we make, draw a space, and then put the number of, so these are, would be, for example, 3 decisions, and then we put the number of choices into each space and multiply them together. So instead of saying decisions, in theirs they say sets. Each set has numbers, but you're making a decision and picking a number out of each set. And then how many choices you have is how many different objects were in it. And this can extend for as many decisions as you want and for as many choices as you have. Oh, we are going to have some fun today. Oh, they've got license plates. We can figure out how many license plates Manitoba has, possible passwords. So this counting is important for passwords because depending on the password depends on how strong it is, right? And if there are more options, it's less likely someone can hack. This looks like a not very good password. If you told me your password was 2 letters followed by 5 numbers, somebody in class would probably use their initials in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'd hack their account right away and buy the rest of you Christmas. It'd be like, someone hacked my, if someone hacks your account in the next couple of months, then all of a sudden I just happen to bring Christmas gifts to everyone. This will be a bad omen. So if there are 2 letters followed by 5 digits, there's 7 decisions we have to make. And sometimes when showing your work for these types of questions, if you know what your decisions are, like this one's a letter, just a brief, and this is as brief as it needs to be, description of what those decisions are is really helpful. Whew. Different languages have different alphabets. How many letters in the English alphabet? That's a good question. We'll just do letters like lowercase. Close. Closer. 26. Yeah. So which letters would you take out if you only had to go with 24? Yeah. And then digits. How many digits are there? 10, because zero's included, right? So 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. And if we multiply those all together, 676 and 5 zeros, that's quite a bit. 67 million. And this is considered not a good password. If you had a computer, it would not take it very long to go through 67 million choices. That's why a lot of, have you ever been on an internet where you get password wrong? And then it says try again. So you're like, okay, maybe it's this password. Push enter. And you get it wrong again. And then has it ever said, you have 2 attempts remaining? You ever been on one of those websites? And then I try again, and then it's like, you have 1 attempt remaining, or your account will be locked. And you're like, oh, I don't want to lock my account. For me, Ticketmaster. I hate Ticketmaster. I'm not going to any more concerts ever. Because every time on Ticketmaster, I try to put my password. And then I'm like just about to get locked out, so I go, fine, I'll reset my password. And then I go to reset my password, and I say, I'm going to use this one. And I push enter, and they say, sorry, you're not allowed to use one you've already used. So now I have to make up a new one that I'm guaranteed to forget for the next time. Not good. Yeah, but then someone could find that paper and buy me tickets for Christmas. A master password that you always remember except when you forget. All right. That is a lot of passwords. On the other side, they were saying, what about license plates? What about in Manitoba? Do you know how Manitoba license plates work? They have 6 things. Do you know how they work? Think of the last time you saw a car. What was its license plate? What's the pattern of license plates in Manitoba? 3 letters, 3 numbers. And they're all capitals, so they never have a lowercase. So this would be 26. Still 26 capitals if there's 26 lowercase. Everybody okay with that? And 26, and 26, and 10, and 10, and 10. Go to our calculator, figure that out. That's a big number. 17.5 million license plates are available in Manitoba. Have you ever seen a vehicle from Ontario? What's different about their license plates? They're boring. Okay, what else is different about their license plates? They have 4 letters. They ran out. At 17.5 million vehicles, they ran out of license plates. They had to add an extra letter. If you look back at license plates from 1920s, 1930s, there's like only 4 numbers. And they're all numbers. Just to see how many vehicles have increased over time. Okay, questions for practice on this one. 5, 7, 8, 9. 10 and 16, and I put a star beside 16 because I wonder if it's a little bit tricky. Look, as far as counting goes, see how quick we can count very big numbers. This unit, you will be able to count some very big numbers quickly, and then we'll do some questions where it might take us like 10 minutes to count to 8. Some hard questions where we don't count very high at all.